Hey Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen and this is my fiber web, a place where I talk about cross stitch and then sometimes knitting and crochet. Today is Sunday, October 6th, and this is the start of my third special October Startathon, Flosstober, Starttober, Stitchtober mania event that I'm doing. So every day of this month I am working on a different Halloween pattern. Most of them are new starts, and I am spinning a wheel to decide which one I start each day. If you are new, I did a planning video for October where I went through all of the projects I'm going to work on. I will put that up here in case you want to go back and watch that. And I did create a playlist on my channel for these videos if you need to catch up on the last few to see what I've been up to. So I will insert my calendar graphic here of everything that I have worked on so far. I do have a couple things already set remaining in the month that I'm working on with other people, with friends. So yesterday was Full Moon by The Drawn Thread. Today is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. So I'm going to show you how far I got yesterday. I did just get a tiny bit of a start today, and then we're going to spin the wheel for tomorrow. Okay, so this is the Full Moon by The Drawn Thread. I am doing this circular pin cushion, and then I'm also going to do the scissor fob at some point. So there's one here, and then there's another one that you can see on the back. So all three patterns are included. So this one, I'm just going to do them all. So let me show you where I got yesterday. It's almost done! So everything on here is complete except for there's a little spider. And the spider's body is actually a little button. So I don't think that the button came with the pattern. It just says on the back you need 2 4mm black buttons. So one is for this spider and the other one is for the spider on this scissor fob. And I don't really have much of a button collection, so I am going to find some buttons and then I will add my little spider, but everything else on here is done. So I didn't use any of the called for colors, but I did use some overdyed from Stash for the black for the birds. For the orange pumpkin I used Cottage Garden threads, and the green for the vines and the leaves is a Gentle Arts color. I don't remember what it's called. And then the little yellow flowers and the moon and the stem on the pumpkin are all just DMC. The called for color for the moon for this was a pale yellow. And when I looked up the DMC, it looked much more yellow than this. And I tried using like DMC 712, but it didn't show up very well on my fabric. And I tried looking for a pale yellow that I thought would be good, but then I decided I just wanted my moon to be a little more silvery. So, I don't remember what DMC shade this is, but I just found one that would show up a little better on my fabric. Also, this chart says to stitch 1/2 on 32 count, and I did not do that. I did 2/2, and I used 2 strands for the back stitch as well, which I usually don't like to do, but I liked it on this one. So that is Full Moon pincushion. Very happy with that. Let me, like, I have been getting really weird pictures, suggestions from YouTube for like my thumbnail, so okay, maybe that will be one of them. And then I did not get a chance to work anymore on Halloween Pumpkin by Soda Stitch yesterday because I was just working on that. And I did finish up the moon this morning, so I almost had the moon done. I had it outlined, and I just got too tired and had to go to bed. So I finished up the moon this morning while watching Elizabeth of Savory Sewing's new Flosstube that she just put out today. And that is extra cute because I started Away We Ride with Elizabeth back in March. I think she said she was planning on starting it, and I just asked if I could do it with her, and she was like, sure. So, yes, I started this in March. I think I only worked on it once then, and then I pulled it out last month for Friday the 13th in September. and I got it out this morning after I finished my moon, and all I've done today is this little bit of the house. So the birds and the roof and the chimney and those windows were all already there from before. I actually asked my husband which part of this I should work on today, and he said I should get the house outlined. And the house doesn't really have an outline. It's just kind of falling apart. So I'm just going to work my way down the left side of the house, and then maybe see if I can get over to the door and sort of kind of get the house outlined as I go. So I'm going to work on that today. It would be good. Elizabeth was saying that she is sort of going back and forth from working on the border to working on the inside. It would be nice to also be able to do that, but I just started in the center, so I'd have to work my way out to the border to figure out where to start that so that I could start going back and forth, so I don't have the whole border left at the end. And yeah, I'm nowhere near it. So maybe if I work my way down this side of the house, I can just do some random letters and then get to the bottom. Maybe that's what I'll shoot for today. And I am working on this today with my friend Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe. It's a new start for her. I haven't talked to her today, so I assume she's still starting it. But yeah, I'm curious to see how far I can get. Also, I'm using all the called for over-dyed flosses for this, and it's going to be interesting to see how this house turns out, because I think my over-dyed colors are a little bit more similar than the ones in the model. Like the outline for the house, or not for the house, the outline for the windows on here is a lot darker than mine. Mine looks a lot more close to this wood smoke. So I'm curious to see if you'll be able to see the outline of the windows, or if I'm going to have to adjust anything. But yeah, this one's fun to work on. I'm doing it 1/2. I don't know if I said that already. I think this is 36 count, or it might be 40. Okay, so all that's left now is to spin for tomorrow. Okay, so here is my Tiny Decisions wheel. I like how the choices are kind of like evenly spread out so far. I'm curious if that will continue or if it's going to get weird. I could like delete the ones off the wheel that have already been called, but I'm a nerd, so I want to see how it plays out. Alright, ready? Let's see what we're going to work on tomorrow. Ooh, Witches of Salem. That is a primitive Hare chart. Let me grab it. Okay, I just panicked for a second because I couldn't find it right away. But it was on the shelf where I said it was, right here. So, okay, here is Witches of Salem by the Primitive Hare. I'm very excited to start this. Make sure I don't show you the back because it has some chart on the back. So this is charted to use, there's only 9 colors, I think, and most of them are, let's see, 5 of them are DMC, 3 Gentle Arts, and then there's 1 Weeks Dye Works that are called for. I think the Weeks is just for the orange in the leaves that are falling down, so I can easily find a different one for that. And I picked this piece of 40 count vintage country mocha, so I think that will be good. Everything should show up. I haven't thought yet about where I want to start on this. I really like the I don't know what you call it, this primitive style angel thing that shows up on gravestones sometimes. I don't think I've actually stitched one of those yet, so maybe I'll just start at the top and see if I can make my way to that. I noticed I'm awkwardly like trying to get my face out of the shot so that it will focus on what I'm showing you instead of my face. So I'm like leaning like a weirdo. Sorry. Okay, so this is tomorrow's project. Super excited. So I will be back tomorrow to show you how far I get on Away We Ride, my start on Witches of Salem, and then we will spin for Tuesday. It is October 7th, it's Monday afternoon, and I have some updates for you. So yesterday I worked on Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs, which looks like this. And I did not get as much stitching as I wanted to done yesterday, but I did make some progress. So I worked down the left side of the house, and then that gold colored swirly thing at the bottom is new. And the reason I did not stitch very much on this is because I'm a little bit grumpy. So I kitted this up with all of the called for over-dyed floss, and like I totally get that this chart is from 2013 and it uses Gentle Arts and wait, yeah, these are all Gentle Arts. Okay, I was gonna say I thought it used floss from two different companies, and but it doesn't. It's all Gentle Arts. Anyway, neither here nor there. I understand dye lots change over time. Things shift. A chart stitched in overdyed floss from 2013 is not going to look exactly the same as it does now. However, I'm going to show you what I'm upset about. I mentioned it yesterday. It's these windows. The color for the windows looks pretty much identical to this color for the house, and the windows are supposed to be noticeably darker, and they just aren't. And the two colors in question are Wood Smoke, which looks like this, and Garden Gate, which looks like this. And so when I show it this way, Garden Gate does look a bit darker. However, this chart needs 3 skeins of Garden Gate, and you can see some of this has that darker sort of reddish brown color in it, but some of it looks exactly like Wood Smoke. Like the lighter parts, I don't think I'm doing a good job of showing this to you, but the lighter parts of Garden Gate look like Wood Smoke. If only my face wasn't attached to the top of my neck. Okay. Sorry. It's a weird thing to say. Let's show you in front of here. Okay. So here, this top one is Wood Smoke, which looks noticeably lighter, but now look at it next to that Garden Gate. Those two look the same, right? Or the same enough that you're not going to be able to see all of the window outlines. And spoiler alert, I am not going to rip all that out and change it. I'm just not going to. So I think my windows are just going to blend in some spots. I'll still have like the light inside of the windows will show up, but yeah, the window frames are not all going to be super visible, which is annoying. So I worked on it for a while, but then in the evening I got my crochet blanket out, which is this red and orange and blue and white one right here, and I put some rows into that while I watched the newest episode of the Great British Bake Off. And then I watched the first couple episodes of Chaos, which is on Netflix, which someone else was just talking about on YouTube, and I can't remember who it is, sorry about that. But it's like a modern retelling of some of the stories from the Greek mythology on Mount Olympus and stuff. And it has Jeff Goldblum, and I like him. So I worked on my cozy blanket. It was chilly enough last night that I had to close my windows, and having the blanket on my lap actually felt really nice. So today's project that I spun is Witches of Salem by the Primitive Hare. This is my first Primitive Hare chart, so I don't know if this always happens, but nowhere on the chart does it say what the colors are. So it came with like this just printed out piece of paper that tells you what colors to use. I don't know if that always happens. I mean, this looks like it's an email or something. No, it doesn't. Maybe it's just part of it. I don't know. So I was going to use a piece of 40 count vintage country mocha that I showed you yesterday. However, when I unfolded that to get started this morning, I had chopped a chunk of it out and it was not going to be big enough. Like I would have had only about an inch margin left on the top and the bottom. So I picked a different fabric and I rolled up the tag. This is 40 count truffle by Picture This Plus. And here is my start. So I'm starting in the top right corner with the word Salem. So mine is going to be pink. It's a little bit, it's a little bit more pink than it's showing. Like this color over here is more what it actually looks like than this. This looks more tan. Let's see. I don't know why the light is so weird. That's pretty good. So yeah, I think it's going to look good on here. And I'm going to see if I can get Witches of Salem done today, that whole top part. And if I do happen to get that done, I will work down where it says in memory and start on that big angel motif. That's the plan. Okay, now where did I put my tablet? Okay, so now we're going to spin for tomorrow. If you can't tell, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I have like a persistent tickle in my throat that is bugging me. It's not quite a sore throat, but it's annoying, and I've been like clearing my throat and coughing, and I have a headache a little bit. First my 8-year-old got sick, and then the toddler got sick. And if you are a toddler mom, or if you've ever been a toddler mom, then you know the pain of taking care of your sick toddler and being sleep deprived and then coming down with it just as your toddler's starting to feel better and wants to run around. That's where I'm at right now. So he's okay, but I'm not feeling so great. What am I doing? Tiny decisions. So this tablet I generally only use for Pattern Keeper, and it's sort of slow and clunky, and I don't know how to find my apps. Okay, here we go. Nope, stop. I don't know what's happening. I might have to edit this part out. I need to turn off the things that were already called because it lost its knowledge. Witches of Salem, Full Moon, Minerva, Halloween Pumpkin. Is that it? Today is the 7th. I had 2 planned. There should be one more, right? Oh, jiggity jig. Oh my gosh. Sleep deprived. Did I mention that? Yes. Okay. Alright, so here's my wheel. The 5 things that I've already called are turned off. Let's see what's going to be the pick for tomorrow, the 8th. Favorite brew. Okay, this is a freebie chart, I believe, by Hands On Design, I think. Or it's Heart and Hand, because I always get those two confused. So I will put... actually, there's no, like, cover photo. There's just the chart. So, it's like a little stack of books and then, like, a little, like, flask with a potion in it, I think. I'll put a picture on the screen if I can. And then maybe I'll put a link in the description to where you can get that chart if you're interested. So that will be tomorrow's chart. I'm excited to see how far I can get on Witches of Salem today. And then one other thing I wanted to mention is that Unconventional X Stitch, which is a full coverage, mostly charting company in Australia, posted last night that they had a fire in their studio and their home, I believe. So all of the stock that they had built up over the years of items that they used to kit things up and like needle minders and stuff like that is gone. However, their website is still up and running and you can order PDFs. I did grab a few this morning and they were delivered fine. So I would encourage you, if you have any Unconventional X Stitch charts in your wish list, or if you haven't checked them out and you do like to stitch full coverage, go check them out. Most of the artists that they have sort of a darker vibe, like dark fantasy. There's some dragons, there's some like fairies, there's some nature-y stuff, which is the stuff that I'm usually drawn to. I will say a lot of their charts are not super colorful, so I've picked out ones that are really colorful because I think that that's fun for me. It's motivating for me in a full coverage chart to have a lot of different colors, not like monochromatic, but there are some awesome ones that are more monochrome too. They have a bunch of the artists that are also licensed by Diamond Art Club. So anyway, if you're not familiar, go check them out. Consider getting a PDF or two, and if you do have a wish list, maybe grab some of those things if you can off of that. Yeah, I can't imagine going through that. So I'm sure that the cross stitch community will help support them through that. Okay, so I think that's all I have for today. I am going to make myself some herbal tea, I think, and work on Witches of Salem. Make sure I have everything ready to go for tomorrow for Favorite Brew. It is Tuesday, October 8th, and I have an update for you. Yesterday I was working on Witches of Salem by Primitive Hare, and here's how far I got. Not quite as far as I thought I might, but I got tired last night and went to bed. After I filmed yesterday, I didn't stitch at all until after my kids were in bed. I tried to take a nap, didn't happen, but anyway, this is how far I got. Happy with this, but I think I'm going to put it away. Today's project is Favorite Brew by Hands On Design, which is this little freebie. There's another, so this is a book. There's another book under it, and then there's some more swirly stuff that comes out of the flask. All the called for floss for this is Classic Colorworks, and it also calls for 2 Krynics to make sparkly stuff coming out. So I'm going to see if I have any Krynic that will work for that, but I have just been pulling from my stash. So I have an over-dyed orange, but the other 2 colors are just DMC so far. So the bottom book, the outline is supposed to be purple, and then there are words charted to be on the pages of the book, which is a little bit weird. So this one is supposed to say charms, and the one below it says spells. But since I don't have a lot of margin, I think I might make the purple book a little skinnier and just skip the words, and then make this into either a little pincushion or a little ornament or something when I'm done. And this is a free little sample piece of Ada that I got from Witch's Garden Crafts when I ordered some other fabric. I think it's either 14 or 16 count Ada. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish this today since it's very small. If I do finish it, I would like to work on this again because this is close to a finish as well. Halloween Pumpkin by Soda Stitch, also a freebie. And let's spin for tomorrow. Okay, I got the wheel ready. So let's see. Ooh, Return to Earth. This is a cool chart. I will put up a picture of what it looks like because I just have the digital version. I bought some black Ada, I believe, to do this on, or maybe I picked another dark color fabric. I don't know. I will show you tomorrow. Today has been a little bit hectic, and tomorrow is my son Gray's 9th birthday, so tomorrow might also be a little hectic. But I'm going to wrap up this video here. It seems like 3 days right now is my sweet spot for these vlog style videos. So I will post this one today and start a fresh video tomorrow. The only other thing I wanted to mention is number 1, Cam from Cam the Stitcher is also doing a vlog style October event on her channel. If you have not seen, go check that out. Very fun. Number 2, I was just watching Andrew the Runner Stitcher's newest video that just came out, I think, this morning. He is celebrating 4,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. Congratulations, Andrew. Totally deserve it. If you have not checked out his channel, Now would be a great time to do so. He has an amazing finish. I'm not going to spoil it, but I definitely want to stitch that project after seeing his finish. I already wanted to after watching him work on it as a whip, but now I really want to. And he's also, yeah, he's celebrating the 4,000 subscribers and getting ready to run the Chicago Marathon this coming weekend on the 13th. He has a really cool stitch along set up for that. So it would be a great time to go check him out if you haven't before. And that is where I'm going to leave you right now. So happy stitching, and I will see you again soon.